Young world. So Gene Deal finally comes out and gives some clarification about the whole situation with this bodyguard dude. So the dude's name is on TikTok is Uncle Ron. I couldn't figure out his last name, but from what it sounds like, from what Gene is saying, the guy's name is Ron Brown. Or Gene, at least Gene said, the only Ronald Brown that I knew was somebody different. You know what I'm saying? So Gene is saying that he don't know who this dude is. Never met the Joker, don't know him, never heard of him. You know what I mean? And he was just saying about, Gene did say like how there's an investigation going on and stuff like that in LA. And the dude, that's what he said when he said what he said. But one thing he did say, he was like, yeah, I'm talking about the Uncle Ron dude. He was like, yeah, I'm under investigation. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. So that leaves a little bit of room for, you know what I'm saying, a Joker's motivations of why they would say something. You know what I'm saying? So is he just coming out and saying that because he's under investigation for something else, and he's going to try to use that as a you know what I'm saying, like a scapegoat thing, try to bring some other stuff to the table? But Gene said he don't know them, so Gene didn't actually, I guess you can't confirm or deny who he is in the situation, because if you don't know him, you don't know him. If you've never seen him, you never seen him. But he did clarify that he never seen him. So now we got to sit here with you know what I'm saying, still with the doubt in our minds of who is this Joker? Is he really a real person? But Gene said something else too. He said they're putting somebody else out there so they could be like Diddy's former bodyguard. So if they want to put some misinformation type of stuff out there, then that would confuse the whole situation and the whole thing that's going on. So I don't know, man. Who knows at this point? I mean, I don't know. I ain't gonna say I damn sure wasn't there. I don't know enough about nothing to really know anything. But if dude wants to keep talking, we're gonna keep covering it, because we're gonna keep trying to make a couple dollars off the Joker, if nothing else. And that's just what it is. But Gene also he did clarify the situation with Gully TV and Mark Curray, because Mark Curray used to be a bad boy rapper back in the day. He did an interview on Gully TV, said a couple things on there, clarifying the Keith Murray's type of stuff. And after I seen that a couple days ago, but then I seen Reggie Wright come out like yesterday. You know what Reggie Wright is, you know what I'm saying? This Joker, Reggie goddamn Wright. You already know, like, dealing with him, we didn't seen him throw his best friends under the bus time after time, you know what I'm saying? So we know Reggie Wright is going to just say whatever he got to say for content, for the most part. But he was trying to say that Mark Curry was lying and stuff wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? But Gene Deal said, nah, what Mark Curry is saying, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So he did get some clarification about that. It's amazing how so many years later this whole story still with this Tupac and Biggie thing is still like dominant news. Like, and I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say that when I see something that looks like it's new information, that I'll click on it and see what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because we still want to know. Anybody that's older, you know what I'm saying, in their 40s, older 30s, 40s and up, I have come to realize that we like to hear these stories or these old stories, because even though it's stuff that happened a long time ago, we didn't have the luxury that some of you kids have now of being able to just go out. You just go on IG, you can see a person's whole life, see everything they're doing, everything that's going on. Back in the day when I was a kid, when you was a fan, there was big gaps of information until you had to wait for the next thing, especially if you wasn't living in New York. I'm only an hour away from New York, so I used to hear some stuff probably, you know what I'm saying, that people maybe didn't hear out west or down south type stuff. And plus I was around somebody who was connected to people who used to bring rappers and stuff to my town, so I was in the mix of stuff like that. But as far as like all the details, if you wasn't from New York, then you ain't gonna know all the little details. So being a fan, you know what I'm saying, and being into certain stuff, it was a lot different thing than it is now. That's why we like hearing these stories that we never really knew the bottom lines about, the backstories. These kids now, you're a fan of somebody, you just go on IG and you know what the Joker ate this morning. You know what who he's dealing with, where he been at, where he goes, who he talks to. When I was younger, it wasn't like that. To be a fan of somebody, you had to, you sat around and couldn't wait for information to come out. You know what I'm saying? You fiend for information to come out. So we still got stuff that we still want to know about. So people my age, we got voids that we want to hear about, certain little intricate details that we haven't heard yet. But that's what it is, man.